graduated from the institution on June 7, 2022. I'm a student at Rio Hondo College and majoring in CIT cybersecurity with a certificate in ethical hacking. My hobbies include watching Netflix, singing and dancing, baking, going to the movies either alone or with my friends, and hanging out with my family members. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Davina. I live in Orange County. Previously, I majored in biology. I graduated back in 2020 and I worked in healthcare for about 2 years before I decided to re-attend school at OCC for computer science. I have my hobbies. I like to stay really active. So I'll play volleyball, I'll do rock climbing. I do enjoy more sedentary activities as well, such as reading and eating and playing video games. And then this slide just kind of shows what I just mentioned, the volleyball, the rock climbing, traveling, the book that I just finished reading that I really recommend, and then the bottom row is just a variety of food.
Hi, my name is Andrew Sito. I live in Artesia, California, and I'm a senior at Carl High School. My hobbies include playing video games, reading, and cooking, and my favorite subject is history.
Hi, everybody. My name is Nathaniel, and I live in San Gabriel, California. I'm currently a student studying network administration from Rio Hondo College. And I'm also pursuing a certificate in ethical hacking as well on campus. My hobbies are cooking, working out, and attending church. My favorite subject is history and economics, and I like spending time with my pets whenever I'm free.
Hi, everybody. My name's Benjamin Tu. I live in Pico Rivera, California. I major in computer science. My hobbies are exercising, going on public transportation, cooking, and play on the phone. My favorite subject are computer and history. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sasha. I currently live in El Monte, California. I am a computer science major at Rio Hondo College. Some of my hobbies are cooking, hiking, going out exploring the city, and drinking boba. I like to recreate recipes that I try at different restaurants at home. And yeah.
No, right. So you've heard us introduce ourselves to you. Now it's your turn. So, do we have any student volunteers who would not mind introducing themselves to us? Anyone? Let's see. Scott, are you here? Are you here, Scott? Okay. Let's try.
What about Jimmy?
Is Jimmy here?
Okay. Hello everyone. My name is Jimmy, and I'm seventh grade and from Binjiang Experimental Junior High School. And my hobbies are computers and like some technology, history, and like watching Netflix. And my favorite subject is history.
Sounds very interesting. You like tech. That's very nice. How about Adriana? Do you have Adriana here? Is Adriana here? Okay, how about Chloe? Oh, and Adriana, are you here?
Hi, my name is Adriana, and I am in 8th grade, and I'm from Binjiang. It's junior high, I think. And my hobbies are drawing and sleeping. And I am in. I don't know what the club is actually called. It's like 它不是叫那个 and I don't really know what the club is called in English. And my favorite subject is I don't really know what my favorite subject is because I don't really have a favorite.
Okay, thanks. It was very nice to meet you, Adriana.
Hello, my name is Chloe. I'm a 8th grade from Binjiang Junior High School. My hobbies are figure skating, reading, and dancing. And my favorite subject is biology.
Thank you for sharing. And Chloe, how about one more student? Karen, are you here? Are you here, Karen? How about Daniel? Are you here, Daniel?
Hello, my name is Daniel. I am 8th grade from Binjiang Junior High School, and my hobbies are playing badminton and sleeping. I am in a badminton club. My favorite subject is math.
Interesting. You're in a badminton club. That's very nice. Okay, now we'll move on to our icebreakers. So, 1 second. And here we go. So, we've had some participation discussion. Now we'll move on to some more icebreaker to get some more participation discussion. So, firstly, our first icebreaking activity is word association. So, what is word association? The rules are sorry. The rules are I'm going to show an image, word says image, and you guys will type in the chat the first thing that you think of that is associated with the word says image, and we will continue typing words associated with the topic in the chat until somebody makes a mistake or repeats a word. Just to get some participation. You guys comfortable with just typing in chat to respond to ask any questions or whatnot. So let's see the first image. First image in category is food. So you guys know any food?
Oh. Blueberries.
Yes. Anybody? You can just type in chat. You don't have to worry about talking.
Pizza.
We can't type the words.
Oh, really? Oh, no. Oh, sorry. Okay, how about now? Sorry.
Yes.
So you just think of any food.
Thinking of any food, it's in the chat.
Pilly? I wonder what that is. Anyone else? Enchiladas, wow. Spaghetti. Oh, rice. Hot pot. Ooh, hot pot. I love hot pot. Noodles. Wow. Apple. Wow. Seafood. Wow. Oh, looks good. So now we'll move on to our next category. So next category is superheroes. So can anyone think of any superheroes?
The Joker.
Well, great. Who's Jimmy? Oh, that is Mom. That's wonderful. That's very sweet. Okay. How about this? Next category we have is jobs. So just think of any job and just type in the chat. Teacher, great. Anyone else? Counselor. Can you guys think of any other jobs?
Teacher.
Is that ninja? Wow. Sleep coach. That's a very interesting job. I wonder what they do. Artist. Wow. Cook. Well. Some really good jobs. Okay. Now it's enough with that game. Let's move on to another game. Should try to get some more participation. So our next game is 5-second rule. So what's 5-second rule? 5-second rule is the rules are simple. I'm going to select a card from the game 5-second rule. Every card begins with the words name 3, followed by a random category. You'll have about 5 seconds to name 3 examples as words associated with whatever category / topic card is selected. So, for example, you could have a card that says name 3 famous Michaels, and you would have to answer Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, and Michael Keaton. So let's change this view first. And that. So, do you have any student volunteers? Do we have any student volunteers? Anyone? If not, then I'm gonna have to choose from the chat, from the list. Okay, let's see. Vanessa, are you there? Are you here, Vanessa? Are you here, Vanessa? Yes. Do you have a microphone? Or can you only type in chat?
I have microphone.
Okay. Let's see. Can you? Let's see. Okay. Can you name me 3 types of flowers? Just any 3 flowers, okay? Let's go.
Rose, sunflower.
Okay, great. Let's see. Any other students? Yes, Benjamin. Okay.
Flowers.
Yes, Benjamin's have you. Okay. Benjamin.
What do I name?
Can you Benjamin, can you name me 3 Dr. Seuss books?
green eggs and ham, cat in a hat, and oh.
Sorry, you're missing one.
Oh my, I would say one fish, red fish, one fish, two fish, red fish, and blue fish, right?
Yep.
I missed it.
Mm-hmm. Any other students want to try out?
What's to try it out? Anyone? Trying it out. Anyone?
How about Patrick? Are you here, Patrick?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Give you. Let's see. Can you name me 3 types of berries, or just 3 berries?
Um.
Let's start again. Okay. Name me 3 berries. Okay. Let's go. Let's try another one. How about fishes? Do you know anything about fishes, Patrick?
I don't know.
Okay, let's see.
Right.
See, how about let's get another student to try it out. Or let's try another card. Nope. Can you, Patrick? Can you name me 3 pizza toppings? Just 3 pizza toppings, Patrick. So let's go.
Tomato, cheese,
One more.
pineapple.
Oh, pineapple. You like pineapple on your pizza?
Nope.
Me too. I don't like it. A lot of people do. Well, that was nice. So, but it's time to move on to our presentation. So, firstly, we're going to be showcasing and presenting and teaching you guys about Disneyland. So, first to go is Jenny. Are you ready, Jenny?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Okay, so. Okay. Does it work? Can you see the PowerPoint?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay, so in this topic, we're going to talk about Disneyland. And the slogan for the theme park is the happiest place on earth. We only have two Disneyland locations in the United States. One is here in California, Anaheim, California, and the other one is in Orlando, Florida. Anaheim was founded in 1857, whereas Orlando was founded in 1875. And then on the US map, here's Florida and here's California. And then now we're going to talk about the history of Anaheim. Okay, so this picture was in June 1956. And then the first settlers It started with 50 German immigrants in 1857. No. Okay, so Anaheim wasn't incorporated until 1870. It was an agricultural community, which means that it was a farming community. And then it was there is a river close by, which is the Santa Ana River, and the word Heim means home in German. And now we're going to talk about the history of Disneyland. Okay, so when was Disney Park opened? Okay, so it was opened on July 17, 1955, but the construction for Disneyland started on July 21, 1954, and the cost of admission per day for an adult, for a grown-up, is $1, and for children it was 50 cents. And okay, and we're going to talk about who built and designed the theme park. So Walter Elliot Disney, or Walt Disney, was the one who created the park and designed the park. And then he was an animator, a film producer, entrepreneur, and when he was an American animator, he introduced several developments in the production of cartoons. As a film producer, he won 22 Oscars and 59 nominations. And then now we're going to talk about the type of admission, the tickets to get into Disneyland. So to get into the park, you need to purchase a Magic Key Pass, which is it replaces the annual pass for Disneyland. And then there are 4 types of Magic Key Passes: the Inspire Key, Believe Key, Enchant Key, and Imagine Key. And then we're going to talk about the top 5 rides at Disneyland, and how long we must wait in line until we get to ride the ride. So for the first ride, we have Star Wars, which is 4 hours; Space Mountain, which is 1 hour; Guardian of the Galaxy, which is also 1 hour; Indiana Jones Adventures, which is 2 hours; and Pirate of the Caribbean, which is only 19 minutes. And the reason for the short amount of time is that Pirate of the Caribbean is an old ride. It was over 60 years, so it's a long time, and it doesn't feature any of the popular Disney characters such as Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, and the list goes on. And then now I'm gonna be showing you the 3 of the 5 rides. And then all rides are 5-star rides. They're 5-star, and for all of them, children ages 17 and below has to be occupying accompanied by a person who is 14 years of age or younger. Okay, so on the first slide we have Space Mountain. So it's for kids, teens, and adults. Anyone who is 40 inches or 102 centimeters can go on the ride. And the ride is only 2 minutes and 45 seconds. So when you get in, you gotta wait to get into one of these cars, and one of it can hold up to 6 people. And the ride is more exciting than scary. And it goes in 28 miles per hour. And then now we have Indiana Jones Adventure. So that's the entrance. And when you get in, it looks like that. So it's for kids, teens, and adults. And the run has to be at least 60 inches or 117 centimeters. The ride is 3 minutes and 15 seconds. It's a very fast and thrilling ride. And the speed is only 14 miles per hour. And then for the final ride, we have Guardian of the Galaxy. That's how it looks like. And that's how it is when you get on. And it's appropriate for teens and adults. So if you're at least 42 inches or 117 107 centimeters, then you're good to go. And it's a dark and thrilling ride. The entire ride is 2 minutes long, and it travels 60 miles per hour. And that's all for today. I mean, that's all for the PowerPoint. And thank you.
Thank you, Jenny.
No problem.
Now we'll move on to Benjamin. Are you there, Benjamin? Are you ready? Benjamin?
Okay, I got it. I'm gonna go check on Disneyland cuisine, and then I will show you something. Yes, I know which one I share with this one. I'll present. Now, what do I present? This. You see, what do I present? Right here. You know what? I have to show you this. Look. Move right here. This is this. Now I have to go to the slideshow from the beginning. Here, I'll record this one. So, now I'm ready. Disneyland cuisine.
Benjamin, share whole screen.
Share a whole screen?
Yes,
No,
not
stop.
just the window.
To share a whole screen. Okay, when I share whole screen, no, stop. I'm presenting. And then when I share screen, the entire screen, I will share this screen. The entire screen, I will share this screen. Ready? I'll present from the beginning. So, now. Disneyland Cuisine by Benjamin Tu. Skewers. As one of the quickest and healthiest snacks in the park, Bango barbecues beef, chicken, and bacon-wrapped asparagus skewers are reliable bite. Bengal Barbecue is located next to Riverboat Terrace at Adventureland. Monte Cristo. It's so much more than a fried sandwich. The turkey, ham, and Swiss stuffed sustenance found at restaurants throughout New Orleans Square is a Disneyland institution. Monte Cristo is a fried sandwich from the Blue Bayou restaurant. It is located inside of Pirates of Caribbean ride. Lobster nachos. If you spend the day at Disney California Adventure and somehow don't make it to Lamplight Lounge for this heap of deliciousness, you've missed out. Lamplight Lounge is located at World of Color Pixar Pier at Disney California Adventure. Turkey leg. Larger than life turkey legs aren't just good for the gram. They're delicious. Meaty indulgence from Edelweiss Snacks. Best split with a friend. The Edelweiss Snacks is the closest to Matterhorn bobsleds and Alice in Wonderland rides at Fantasyland. Lobster roll. It's easy to breeze past Harbor Galley on your way to Splash Mountain, but this seafaring outpost serves up hefty sandwiches worth stopping for. The lobster roll looks like a lobster sandwich. Harbor Galley is located behind Rivers of America and Splash Mountain at Critter Country. Fried chicken. If you're dining at Plaza Inn, don't skip this crispy, crunchy, crowd favorite, which is the best you'll find at Disneyland. Plaza Inn is located behind Main Street, USA, and Tomorrowland. Enchilada platter. Skip the standard theme park hot dog and instead opt for Rancho del Zocalo's famed cheese enchiladas. Rancho del Zocalo restaurant is located at Frontierland. Mac and cheese dog. Deciding what to eat for lunch is never an issue with this bacon-topped dual delicacy from Refreshment Center. Refreshment Center is located at Main Street, USA. Gumbo. It's not a trip to Nolans without some gumbo, and the same is true at Disneyland. Pick up a cup at eateries throughout New Orleans Square. Gumbo looks like a cup of soup with chili rice and vegetables. Cafe Orleans is located at New Orleans Square. Fried pickles. Panko crusted, deep fried, and served with a house sauce for dipping. This under the radar treat from Carnation Cafe is a salty, tangy must. Carnation Cafe is located next to the restrooms at Main Street, USA. Stuffed baked potatoes. Troubadour Tavern loads their spuds with cheese, bacon, and scallions, or chicken curry, providing more than enough of a hearty meal while running from ride to ride. Troubadour Tavern is located next to Fantasyland Theater at Fantasyland and Toontown. Stuffed sourdough bowls. If you are looking for an easy lunch between lightning lanes, swing by Pacific Wharf Cafe to grab one filled with delicious mac and cheese or clam chowder stuffed sourdough bowls. Looks like a bread bowl filled with creamy soup or cheesy pasta. Pacific Wharf Cafe is located behind the bakery tour at Disney California Adventure. Quesabirria tacos. These quesabirria tacos from Cocina Cucamonga Mexican Grill are an upgraded take on your usual theme park lunch. Cocina Cucamonga Mexican Grill is located next to Pacific Wharf Distribution Company at Disney California Adventure. Ronto Wrap. Intergalactic travelers love the Ronto Wrap and the plant-based Ronto Less Garden Wrap from Ronto Roasters at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Ronto Roasters is located between Kit at Saka's Kettle and Savvy's Workshop, hand-built lightsabers. Felucian, kefta, and hummus garden spread. With impossible meatballs, hereby hummus and a tomato and cucumber relish. This plant-based entree from Docking Bay 7 is fresh and delicious. Docking Bay 7 Food and Cargo is the closest location to Millennium Falcon, Smuggler's Run. Thank you.
Thank you, Benjamin. Thank you for your presentation. Did any students think any of that food looked delicious or wanted to ever try it if they ever came to California to come to Disneyland?
So,
any students?
So students, what's your favorite park at Disneyland? And what's your favorite food at the cuisine?
Any students? Okay.
Students, I don't know what's your favorite. I'll stop presenting.
Okay, thank you, Benjamin. Next we'll teach you guys about wow, you should come sometime. It'd be great. Next we'll learn about San Francisco. So first up is Sylvia or Sasha, sorry. Are you ready, Sasha?
Yes, sorry, I was just getting it up. Could everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes? Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, hi, I'm Sasha, and today I'm going to be talking about San Francisco, particularly the attractions that a lot of the tourists like to visit. San Francisco is also referred to as the city by the bay because it's near the bay. So I need to put it on the slideshow. Okay, there we go. Okay, so one of the main attractions of San Francisco is the Golden Gate Bridge, obviously. This is a photo of it at night. It has lights, looks really nice, as well as during the day. Basically, the Golden Gate Bridge is 2 miles long, and it was built to connect San Francisco to Marin County. It was designed by a Chicago-based engineer. His name was Joseph Strauss, and it took the crew about 5 years to construct, and in 1937 it was finally open to the public. The bridge, they were a little bit skeptical about building the bridge because of the 1906 earthquake that San Francisco experienced, but despite the worries, it was able to withstand the Loma Prieta earthquake. And yeah, so those are just some fun facts about the Golden Gate Bridge. Another big tourist attraction is the island Alcatraz. Alcatraz is referred to as the Rock because it looks like a big rock. Alcatraz, what is mainly known for is being a prison for notorious criminals, but originally it was a military base, and then from 1850 to 1933, and then from 1934 to 1963, it was a prison. It was ideal because it was little more than a mile out from the coast. So it was able to isolate the prisoners so that they can prevent them from escaping. For about, I think they said about 19 months or so, it was a American Indian tribe occupation as well. And today it's a tourist attraction, so you can go and actually tour inside the facility, and the boats will also take you around it, so you can get a good view of everything. A fun fact about the facility is that it housed Al Capone, one of the famous criminals from the 1930s, and they actually have an interesting history about a famous escape made by Frank Morris and the Anglin brothers. They used cafeteria spoons to burrow through the walls so that they can escape through the night when the guards weren't watching. And they used raincoats to construct a raft. Their bodies were never found, so the case remains a mystery, but people think because of the harsh waves and the cold temperatures of the waters that they didn't survive. But it's just a tale people like to tell. And then they used right here, as you can see, it's a picture of what looks like a doll. They made a paper mache doll out of toilet paper and soap and old hair from the barbershop to distract the guards, basically. So that's just some fun facts. That's the island today, and that was it back in the 1930s. Another big thing that San Francisco is known for are the cable cars. The cable cars just basically would take people around the city. They first operated in 1873, and of course after the 1906 earthquake, they had to rebuild them because they were destroyed. The cable cars were inspired by the conveyor belts that the miners would use during like the gold rush and things like that. And because San Francisco has a lot of really steep hills, it just helped to travel around the city and really connected people so that they were able to go to and fro with ease. Today, you can tour the whole city for $8, and it'll take you all around San Francisco. It's pretty cool. Even with cars and things like cars and technology, they still have the cable cars because they're an official historic landmark for the city. This is a hidden gem. I don't know if there are any chocolate lovers, but basically there is in San Francisco called Ghirardelli Square. Ghirardelli is a famous chocolate brand, and this is kind of the birthplace of it. So in 1849, Italian merchant Domenico Ghirardelli, he opened his store in San Francisco. He had previously studied to become a chocolate and coffee merchant in Peru after he left Italy. And then he basically bought several sites nearby, and that is what composes Ghirardelli Square today. Although he does have, I think, one factory there that's still operating, but he owned several before, and that's not how it is now. Now it's replaced with restaurants, and there are various other chocolate retailers, so you can try a variety of chocolate today. Just something pretty cool. That's Ghirardelli Square now. That's Ghirardelli chocolate, and then that's like one of their old advertisements back in the day. So yeah, and then that's like the restaurants that they have there. Another big part of San Francisco is the museums. So San Francisco is really known for just like the arts in general. So they have a lot of diverse type museums, art, science, just like antiques, different things like that. So this one is the Cartoon Art Museum right here. You can see it has like Superman, and they have several of the characters, and they'll put up different exhibits like Batman and just things like that. So any of you who are superhero fans, it's something cool. And they have like original like comic strips and things like that. And then over here is the California Academy of Science. So this is one of the places a lot of people like to visit. It's very popular, and the tank is also pretty well known. They have where you can walk under the tunnel and you'll see all the fish above you. It's pretty cool and different sea life. They have the Walt Disney Museum as well. For any Disney fans, you can learn about the history of Walt Disney, and just they have little interactive games you can play with and things like that. So it's really cool. This is a pretty unique museum. It's called Musée Mécanique, and basically it's just a lot of antique game machines. So pinball machines, like arcade games is basically what it is. So you can go in there and you can just play with the games and just see how I guess how older games used to work. And then this is also a very popular science museum. It's called the Exploratorium. That's the outside. That's it at night. And they have a bunch of lights. So it's really cool, and different things on the inside. These are just a couple of fun facts about San Francisco. These are things that are native to the city that were invented there. Denim jeans, Levi's actually, the slot machine right there, the jukebox, ice cream sandwiches, popsicles, and I don't have a photo of it, but the waterbed as well. So those are some top amusements in San Francisco.
Thank you, Sasha, for that. Daniel?
Okay.
Thank you, Sasha.
Now, Sasha, I would say a San Francisco downtown. It is where they seen is the Golden Gate Bridge, and Ghirardelli is like a chocolate square. And the fun facts about is the casino, such as the denims, slots, popsicles, and something else.
Yes, Benjamin. Okay. Well, that's great. Do any students have any questions about that, or would want to go to any of the attractions in San Francisco? Any students? Just type in chat if you have any questions or comments. If not, then we can move on. Okay, now it's time for me to present my presentation. Okay, so hi, my name is Victor Chow. I'm going to be presenting my presentation on San Francisco cuisine. So firstly, here's some regionally typical foods that you would find in San Francisco. So among the unique or regionally typical foods to be sampled in San Francisco are, abalone, as you can see right here, Diogenes crab right here, sand dabs, which is just a type of fish, bay shrimp right here, and crusty sourdough French bread. Have any students ever had any of this stuff? Crabs, sourdough bread? Any students?
Well, it's like seafood. It's like seafoods.
Yep.
It's crab, shrimp, and fish.
Yes, Benjamin.
Ooh.
Okay, moving on. Here are some local dishes that are eaten in San Francisco that aren't, really eaten anywhere else or seen eaten anywhere else. First one is Joe's Special, which was originated in 1932 at New Joe's, now Original Joe's. A chef told a local band leader after a late show that there was nothing left but spinach, onions, mushrooms, ground beef, and eggs. And the band leader said to just mix them up together. And Joe's Special has been a local favorite ever since. No, does anyone think that looks tasty or not? Just
now, the Joe's Special is that's for breakfast.
Yes, Benjamin.
Since it was
Next one is Hangtown Fry, which originated in Placerville, known as Hangtown. It was a Gold Rush favorite that combines scrambled eggs, oysters, and bacon. And sources credit the name to either a lucky miner's idea of a luxurious treat or a condemned man's request for a last meal, whose ingredients are not easily procured. Specifically oysters, which are quite hard to get sometimes. Moving on, here's some dishes that originate from San Francisco. There's a lot of dishes around the world, and here are some of them that have came or originated or made in San Francisco. First one is cioppino, which was developed in the late 1800s by Italian immigrants who fished off the Ming's Wharf and lived in the North Beach neighborhood of San Francisco. It was said that like when fishermen came back empty-handed, they would walk around with a pot to other fishermen, asking them to chip in whatever they could, and whatever ended up in the pot became their cioppino. Traditionally, it is made from the catch of the day, which in San Francisco is typically a combination of Dungeness crab, clams, shrimp, scallops, squid, mussels, and fishes sourced from the Pacific Ocean, combined with fresh tomatoes in a wine sauce. Does anyone think that this looks tasty? A nice fishy broth.
Wait, cioppino. Cioppino is like soup with
Benjamin.
crab.
Yes.
This one's Italian.
Yes, it is, Benjamin.
Nice. It's from the ocean.
Yes. Okay. Next we have Green Goddess salad dressing, which originated at the Palace Hotel in San Francisco in 1923, when the hotel's executive chef Philip Romer wanted something to pay tribute to actor George Arliss and his head play, The Green Goddess. The dressing is made with anchovies, scallions, parsley, tarragon, chives, mayonnaise, and vinegar. It's a variation of a dressing from France by a chef to Louis XIII, who made a sauce, olive vert, green sauce that was served with quote unquote green eels, which is quite interesting. I wonder what it means by quote unquote green eels. Next we have chicken terrazini, which was invented circa 1908 to 1910 by Ernest Arbogast, chef at the Palace Hotel in San Francisco, California, where Terrazini made her American debut at the Teloni as Glenda in Rogolito on January 11th, 1905. It was made with diced poultry or seafood and mushroom in a butter / cream and cheese sauce, flavored with wine or sherry, served hot over linguinis, spaghetti, egg noodles, and any other type of pasta. It's garnished with parsley and sometimes topped with breadcrumbs, almonds, canned fried onions or cheese. And it can also be prepared as a baked noodle casserole with steps to taken to make it brown crust. Nice big old bowl of spaghetti and noodles and sauce. It's not tasty.
This baked pasta, it's stuffed like cream sauce. It's similar to Alfredo, but that's spaghetti with mushrooms.
Yes, Benjamin. Next we have is crablet, which was served in San Francisco as slurries as early as 1914, and a recipe for crablet exists from this date in the Bohemian San Francisco by Clarence E. Edwards. A similar crab meat a la Louise salad in the 1910 edition of a cookbook by Victor Bitzstart, head chef of the city's St. Francis Hotel, is also credited to be the origin. The salad consists of crab meat, hard-boiled eggs, tomato, asparagus, and a bed of iceberg lettuce, and a can also include olives and green onions, which doesn't look like quite tasty, or maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I might want to try it. Any students want to try it?
What was crab Louis look like? It has like salad.
Mhm.
Avocado with asparagus. It's healthy.
Yes, it is, Benjamin. Moving on, here are some local food institutions or just, restaurants that have really been in San Francisco for a very long time. First one is Skoma's Restaurant, which is a famously tourist clogged seafood restaurant on Fisherman's Wharf. In 1965, brothers Al and Joe Scoma bought a small coffee shop on the wharf, turning it into, one of the nation's highest grossing independent restaurants, where it serves, San Francisco classics such as Supino, crab blue, and others, seafood staples that you can eat. Does anyone know any seafood staples?
Seafood staples. Skomas. Wait. It has wait, said soup dipped in bread.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's from small coffee shop with Wharf.
Yes, Benjamin. Thank you, Benjamin. Next one is Tommy's Joint, which is a San Francisco's last Hofbruf on the corner of Van Nuys and Gear. Hofbruf is a cafeteria type food service as Carberry, which typically offering options across the meat and poultry spectrum. Such as rotisserie chicken, turkey, pastrami, corned beef, ribs, and roast beef. It also they came into being during the post World War II era and an age of automats and cafeteria style dining. It has been open since 1947 by Tommy and his family, and as a late night place where musicians could get some food. They serve hot hand carved meat filled sandwiches, daily dinner plates, and other old school American cafeteria staples. The dinner plates, you choose a meat and then two sides, which can include either green salad, coleslaw, potato salad, white rice. Lots of very typical options, and yeah, they serve a lot of very typical American foods or old school American foods such as spaghetti and meatballs, steak sandwiches, lasagnas, ribs, lots of very tasty food. Next one we have is Tommy's Mexican Restaurant, which is a Mexican restaurant serving up Yucatan fare at the Richmond district. It has been open since 1965 by Tommy and has been owned by the Ramoji family, who are always quick with a warm welcome. It's been served. They serve, plates of enchiladas. Like someone said, I remember somebody said they said enchiladas, and tamales and other, Yucatan staples. Does anyone know any Yucatan staples, or has anyone?
Tommy's Mexican Grill.
Mhm.
So, since 1965,
Yes.
I know. I know how old this is. Tommy's Mexican Grill was open since 58 years.
Yes. Ooh,
I
great.
know
Very
that. Well,
fast calculations,
Mexicans,
Benjamin.
yes, tacos, enchiladas, and tamales. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Very fast calculations, Benjamin. Great. Last we have is Far East Cafe, which is a Cantonese and Szechuan cuisine restaurant in San Francisco's Chinatown. It has been open since 1920. It's currently managed by Bill Lee, and when you come in, you can see a large, enchanted dragon gateway and antique palace chandeliers that beautifully light up the painted murals and carved screen. They serve up, wonton soup, egg fouillon, and other, Mexican, Chinese banquet hall staples. Do any students know any, typical Chinese banquet hall staples? I'm sure you guys have.
Chinese banquet hall staples. Now this is like the wedding events.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, it's from the Chinese restaurant cuisine in San Francisco's Chinatown, open and since 103 years.
Wow, Benjamin, very fast. Wow, very fast calculations. I could not think of that very fast. So, thank you. Do any students have any questions or comments that they would like to share with the class about my presentation? Any students? You could just type in the chat if you want. It's, anyone? Okay, if no one has any questions, then now we can move on to learning about Los Angeles. So, Nathan, are you ready?
Yes. Okay. So yes. Okay, hey everybody. So Nathan, and my region is Los Angeles. So Los Angeles means the angels in Spanish. So the city of Los Angeles means the city of angels, and it's a sprawling city in Southern California. And it's the nation. It's the center of the nation's film and television industry. Near its iconic Hollywood sign, studios such as Paramount Pictures, Universal, and Warner Brothers offer behind-the-scene tours. In Hollywood Boulevard, you can see the TCL Chinese Theater. It displays celebrities' hand-in-hand footprints. The Walk of Fame, which honors thousands of luminaries and vendors, sells maps to stars' homes. So within the county of Los Angeles itself, there are many notable cities such as downtown LA, Hollywood, and Pasadena area, which is where I'm born and raised and from. So the first area is downtown Los Angeles. So as I stated before, the county of Los Angeles is pretty big. It encompasses this entire area of Southern California. You have so many cities within it. The county itself is home to about 9 million people as of 2022. But the city of Los Angeles itself, which is mainly this is the city, but it's much bigger now. It's home to about 4 million people. So I guess you could say half of the county, or maybe 40% of the county lives within the city alone. And the county of Los Angeles, so this area again, is around 2,466 square miles. Within downtown LA, there's many districts, like the fashion district, the historic core, et cetera, et cetera. This is like the historic core. It's located between Hill and Main Street off of 1st and 9th. And it's an eclectic neighborhood, and it showcases many of the things that originally put Los Angeles on the world stage, including lovely parks, ornate movie palaces, and other architectural marvels. It's also where visitors can experience places that have helped contribute to LA's more contemporary reputation as a food and arts destination. One of my favorite stores in the district, in the historic core, is the Last Bookstore. So here at the Last Bookstore, they sell more than 250,000 new and used books and magazines. In addition to its vast selection of titles across all genres, the store itself is a must-see for its interior design alone. Not only are there books for sale, but printed material is adapted to create a unique environment where novels, anthologies, manuals, and storybooks actually become a part of the store's own layout too. So yeah, just this itself is just like one representation of like the detailed art pieces that live here in the Last Bookstore. So now this is Grand Central Market. So it's with a huge variety of local and international foods and treats. Grand Central Market satisfies those with even the pickiest palates, from prepared meals and groceries to beverages and sweets. There's no shortage of delicious dishes at this historic eatery and gathering place, which has been in operation continuously since 1917. So as I stated, so LA's big, and here, what puts us on the world map is just you have every race here, Latino, Asian, Caucasian, Indian, and Grand Central Market is, a great representation. The diversity is manifested here in Grand Central Market through food. So yeah. another area which is my favorite, but it's relatively new thanks to the gentrification that our local economies experienced within the past 10 years. And out of this was like the arts district. So it was once an industrial zone, and because of the low cost haven that was was like economically deprived, a lot of developers moved in, and now it's like a place for the practicing arts in LA. It's a trendy urban hub for creative professionals, professional creatives, and everyone else in between. So Spotify has like their headquarters, like their LA headquarters satellite office there. So does Lyft, and a bunch of like tech companies have some satellite SoCal offices in the arts district, and more are moving in. These days, the neighborhood has become one of the most exciting places to dine, and it's long been a great place to hang out on the weekends with numerous galleries, breweries, and cocktail bars, plus a handful of daytime attractions. Under cover of night, it's also home to many parties within the city's underground music scene. So for academics, downtown LA is going to be, one of the prestigious, I guess you could say, universities in the area is, the University of Southern California. So USC. When USC first opened its doors to 50 students and 10 teachers in 1880, the city still lacked paved streets, electric lights, telephones, and a reliable fire alarm system. So in like no infrastructure. Basically, it was like rural. And but now today USC is home to more than 48,000 students and over 4,400 full-time faculty members, and it's located in the heart of one of the biggest metropolises in the world, Los Angeles. So the gift itself, it was a gift, and it provided land for a campus. And here we go. So it was, yeah. So John G. Downey, who was an Irish Catholic pharmacist and businessman, and Isaiah W. Hellman, a German Jewish banker and philanthropist. Yeah, they were the ones that gifted that. So part of USC, is like they're really known for like their college football and just college sports in general. So fortunately this is like their home stadium, which is the USC Coliseum, and but so not only does it serve as like a staple to like the students of USC, but it serves as like a staple to like the community of LA alone in regards to like concerts and stuff like that. So this is like a photo of the stadium being converted into like electronic music dance festival known as EDC. Yeah. And now this is the second region, Hollywood. So let's see here. So the origin of movies and motion pictures began in the late 1800s with the invention of motion toys designed to trick the eye into selling an illusion of motion from a display of still frames in quick succession, such as the thaumatrope and the zoetrope. Around 1905, Nickelodeon's our 5-cent movie theaters began to offer an easy, inexpensive way for the public to watch movies. Nickelodeon's helped the movie industry move into the 1920s by increasing the public appeal of film and generate more money for filmmakers alongside the widespread use of theaters to screen World War I propaganda. So essentially, Hollywood was a new type of economy, that put the U.S. on the map in regards to like the arts. And it originated in the East Coast, like in regards to the Nickelodeons, but I needed because it was such a success, it needed to find a new home, and it looked to the West, and it chose California. So that was one of the main factors like driving the economy back then in California. So within Hollywood itself, you have like this like the Hollywood Walk of Fame. It's a historic landmark which consists of more than 2,700 five-pointed terrazzo and brass stars embedded in the sidewalk along 15 blocks of Hollywood. So this basically, is like an homage to all the great actresses and actors and musicians that ever graced the stage. So within Hollywood 2, you have Runyon Canyon. It's a trail that's about 2.7 miles, and it's a heavily trafficked loop located near West Hollywood, California, that offers a chance to see wildlife and is rated as moderate. The trail is primarily used for hiking, walking, and running. It is accessible year round. So the trail itself is about 740 feet elevated in elevation, and the length is 2.7. So just for in regards to like experienced hikers, you just have to be moderate. It's just mainly just the elevation and pacing yourself. But this will probably give you the best, as you can see right here with the observatory. This will probably give you the best night shot here in LA of the city itself. Whoever's into photography. And then here is another popular tourist attraction, which is Universal Studios Hollywood. So Universal Studios is one of the 5 major studios in Hollywood, since the 1920s, I guess you could say. So they've been around for like minimum 100 years. And they have their theme park, which, pays an homage to that. But, they recently just created the Hogwarts, the Harry Potter Tower, which you could actually like walk through and experience. In addition to that, the Mario Super Nintendo World, I believe, is opening up in about like 2 weeks. So this is where all the magic happens for Disney. So Jennifer earlier showed you like Disneyland itself, which is in a whole other county here in California. But, the magic and all the creators themselves work here in Burbank. And this is, so when it was founded as the Disney Brothers Cartoon Studio in 1923. But it was renamed Walt Disney Studios in 1926 and incorporated as Walt Disney Productions in 1929. So yeah, anybody that works in animation or anything of that nature, they all live, work, and play in this region. This is more of like the northeast part of like Los Angeles County. So this is the third part, my hometown, Pasadena, California. This is Old Town. Pasadena is a city in Los Angeles County, California, 11 miles northeast of downtown Los Angeles. It is the most populous city and the primary cultural center of the San Gabriel Valley. And you're about to see why. So here's the Norton Simon Museum, and it began with the Pasadena Art Institute, and the Art Institute was founded in 1922 and incorporated 2 years later on August 14th as a privately endowed nonprofit institution. Originally comprised of local citizens, the primary goal of the institution was to establish and maintain a museum and library of art, as well as encourage the study of fine arts. After incorporation, the Institute secured 9.5 acres of land and a 22-room Victorian house, the Reed Mansion, in Carmelita Park at the corner of Orange Grove and Colorado Boulevard in Pasadena. Initially, the Institute exhibited 19th century American and European art and hosted annual shows of California artists and works from other cultures. So yeah, it's a beautiful place. And then, so here for academics wise, this is the California Institute of Technology. So the, Caltech is a private research university in Pasadena, California. Caltech is ranked among the best academic institutions in the world. And with an enrollment of approximately 2,400 students, it is one of the world's most selective universities. The university is known for its strengths in science and engineering and is among a small group of institutions of technology in the United States, which is primarily devoted to instruction of pure and applied sciences. So usually, because Pasadena is like, it's a small town. So usually students that go here, the main goal usually is to land employment here, at JPL, Jet Propulsion Laboratory. So the founder of JPL, Jack Parsons, was a research student at Caltech, and him and his classmates were, doing experiments in the Arroyo Seco, which is about 4 miles to the west of Caltech. And, with their experiments, they, discovered a breakthrough part of the research for jet propulsion. Therefore, naming it JPL. And what's it called? And now, they're partnered with NASA. And they've been partnered with NASA, but it's just literally it's the place to be if this is what you want to study. And it was founded in the 1930s by Caltech researchers, as I stated before, and it's now owned by NASA, and it's managed by like the faculty at Caltech. So it's like a bridge. Caltech is like a bridge to get here. And the laboratory's primary function is the construction and operation of planetary robotic spacecraft. Though it also conducts Earth orbit and astronomy missions, it is also responsible for operating the NASA Deep Space Network. So yeah, so I live about like maybe 15 minutes from here, so it's nice to just like drive out. Yeah, it's nice. So this is like inside. This is like mission control. So the Deep Space Network Command Center keeps track of JPL's far-flung missions. This is the commander, stuff like that. And then this is, I believe, yeah. So this is a selfie taken by NASA's Curiosity Mars rovers on SOL 2291. Yeah. Another famous place, and I always, I used to go jogging here as a child with my dad all the time, is the Rose Bowl Stadium. It was built in 1922 and is recognized as a U.S. National Historic Landmark and a California Historic Civil Engineering Landmark. So if you notice a lot of things like on my slides, a lot of these institutions I'm showing you were created like from 1915 onwards. So literally we're now living in, 100 years later after these establishments were created. And their goals, when they first were created and their intentions, have manifested, and we're now like living in it. And the Rose Bowl itself also serves as that. That's why it's historic. But it's it's home. Not as only home to the UCLA football team, but they have many events here too, just for the public. There's something called the Rose Parade, which basically a lot of like companies and local organizations come together to construct floats. This is like one of them right here of a dragon. And this is literally made all with flowers. And yeah, it's pretty intense. Well, after the parade itself, the people that weren't a part of the show, like the general public, can come here to the Rose Bowl in the parking lot and view everything. Yeah. Cool. And then my favorite spot for dessert in Pasadena is After's Ice Creams. It's a one-of-a-kind dessert experience with a unique story created by its founders to revolutionize the ice cream market. After's has made its mark in pop culture history as a pioneer in the emerging food trend scene, drawing unprecedented crowds in search for the unique premium product and experience. Independently owned and operated, After's Ice Cream now has over 25 successful locations in Southern California, with several additional planned openings in the future. So this is just like a great representation, like a small local mom and pop shop, and that's has many locations now. But it started in a city of Pasadena. Another place that represents like the fusion of cultures here in the east side of LA is the 626 Market. So when it was first open, it was inspired by the famous open air nighttime bazaars of Asia, where people come together to eat, drink, socialize, and be entertained. Established in 2012, so 11 years ago, the largest scale market is named after the 626 area code region of San Gabriel Valley, northeast of Los Angeles. The iconic California festival features 250 plus food, merchandise, craft, artist games, live concerts, and entertainment attractions, and an epic event that appeals to all ages. Yeah, so this is just like a great representation of all the cultures and their food. You can find all types of food, mainly Asianic. However, because like it's so like diverse, it's here on the east side, it's mainly like Hispanic and Asians. So you find a lot of like Hispanic vendors here too, or like fusions of like Hispanic and Asian cuisines, which is like always good. And then that's all for me, guys.
What do you like, Nathaniel?
So I like this is my favorite. So like this chicken sandwich right here, this fried chicken sandwich. But I don't like it hot. I like it mild.
Mild. Oh.
Well, thank you, Nathan, for your presentation. Does anyone have any questions, or would anyone want to have any comments saying like, oh, they want to go to any of the attractions, or what do you guys want to come to this, 66 night market? The taste and try all this, tasty food? Anyone? You can type in chat. If not, then we'll move on to Davina with her presentation.
Sorry for the lag right now. My internet's a little spotty. You might hear a double voice too. That's also because I don't have my earphones on. So you guys all heard Nathan talk about the Grand Central. The trend is we talk about a location and then we do the cuisine.
It's getting there. It seems good right now.
Okay. So again, Grand Central Market. So LA does a really good job at bringing diversity into one spot. So if you were ever craving a bunch of different types of foods, the Grand Central Market is a great place to go because like as I said, you go in and you can see a variety of different cultures just by being in that one location. It's been open since 1917, so over 100 years now. And yeah, okay. So if you know anything about Americans and at least Americans in California, they really like brunch food. The Egg Slut does a really great job at condensing brunch into fast food and into a simple sandwich. So here are just some photos of that. You'll notice that they have kind of like a fancy brioche bun and then with eggs, or if you could choose bacon, it's more of like a fancy fast food brunch type. Again, horse thief. So finding that diversity in one spot. Once again, it's Central Texas Barbecue, but located in LA. And there's a photo of just the variety of foods you can get from one vendor. Okay, and another thing is Mexican food's really popular. This is one of the more popular locations. They do have a variety of Mexican food at the Grand Central Market, but I've come to find out that this particular shop is the most popular. It's seafood, but again, focused on the Mexican culture. So known for their ceviche, tostadas, tacos, and more. And you can also find dessert here. So McDonald's is known for their organic ingredients as well as their unique flavors. Some notable flavors are peanut butter, Eureka lemon and marinberries, as well as churros con leche. And then there's just a photo of, you could tell like how creamy it is just based off of that photo. Okay, and then our Italian food or pizza is really common too here, but this is kind of more of a traditional style. So I included the prices here just to note that while the Grand Central Market isn't exactly like super cheap like other fast food markets are, it's not super expensive either. So you can go to Grand Central Market expecting to be able to try multiple things while not paying a super hefty price. So here are 3 different pizzas that they offer. I think this place offers like at least 12 different types of pizzas, but here's just a sample selection of some of the things that they offer. And then the Oyster Gourmet, obviously, they're going to have their fresh oysters. The nice thing about this as well is that it's ecologically sustained, which means that anything that they do with the sea or any thing they do with the ocean, it's not going to have a big impact on the environment negatively. They have, this is their place from Ramen Hood. So soup, ramen, a lot of comfort food, but by adding some more diversity. So obviously some Asian culture here. So they're known for their vegan ramen, which is a ramen broth that is used by a 2-day process using kelp, shiitake mushrooms, onions, white miso, salt, and then their primary ingredient is pressure cooked sunflower seeds. So there's a photo of that. And then another example is their store called Sticky Rice. So it's LA's first destination for Thai comfort food. So again, noting that the Grand Central Market was dated back to 1917, so a long time ago. And another good thing about this place, again, that it's known to have organically, locally sourced ingredients. And then some more additional history. So you could see that the photo is done in black and white because it was taken down here. It's marked 1941, so back in July of 1941. Some more photos in black and white. So it was known as the Wonder Market and quoted the largest and finest public market on the Pacific coast. The market is a microcosm of the historic immigrant communities that have shaped LA and a mosaic of the creativity and the vision of the people of LA. Okay, and then that's just another photo of what it looks like, but in color. The end.
Thank you, Davina, for your presentation. Does anyone have any
Davina,
questions?
at the Grand Central Market, what's your favorite food?
So I've only been there once or twice, so I haven't tried a bunch of variety, but I like the sticky rice because I really like their mango and rice. It's really cheap. It's like $7 for their mango and rice portion. And I feel like you can't really find that type of dessert elsewhere, or it's more difficult to find. So, and I think they do a really great job at making it as well.
Well, good thing it's a Thai cuisine.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll move on to our other part of our presentation, and you guys are going to learn about San Diego. So, Andrew, are you ready?
Hello? Yeah. So, so San Diego attractions. Just a short summary. An overview of just San Diego and a few of the attractions in there, such as Balboa Park, San Diego Zoo, SeaWorld San Diego, the USS Midway Museum, San Diego Air and Space Museum, and Legoland. Firstly, San Diego. San Diego is on the coast of Southern California with maritime tradition and military history. It's a very warm place with good beaches and sunny climate. Founded in 1850, it currently has a population of 1,410,791 people. The biggest and you'll find a lot of attractions in this attraction. Balboa Park, an urban cultural park, as designated as a cultural district, built in 1868. Is hosted expositions in 1915 to 1916 and 1935 to 1936. Since 1977, it is considered a National Historic Landmark District. 1,200 acres large, it holds a lot of attractions, parks, and museums. Some examples would be the San Diego Air and Space Museum, the Marston House Garden, and San Diego Zoo. San Diego Zoo, which is in Balboa Park, has 4,000 animals with 650 species and was built in 1916 after the 1950 to 1916 exposition there. It seeks to recreate the natural habitats in open air and cageless exhibits. They offer guided tour buses and a gondola lift for an aerial view of the zoo. And the zoo itself takes part in many conservation efforts. SeaWorld San Diego is an outdoors aquarium, so San Diego Zoo, but focused on marine life. It opened in 1964 and is located at Mission Bay. The aquatic exhibits there are the focus, and they have orcas, seals, and etc. The USS Midway Museum is a maritime museum, and the museum itself is the USS Midway, which is an actual aircraft carrier. You'll find that Navy Pier in San Diego, and the carrier itself is named after the Battle of Midway. You get to walk around and inside the aircraft carrier. The San Diego Air and Space Museum is located in Balboa Park and opened in 1963. The many exhibits there are related to avionics in space, and the permanent exhibits feature the history of flight and space travel from World War I to the modern day. Last but not least, Legoland, which is found in Carlsbad, North San Diego, which opened in 1999, is the third Legoland. And it's a very fun place with Legos. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. Does anyone have any questions?
So, I've read that you presented about San Diego. So, I have been into San Diego since my birthday. Like, we went on cruise, and then I went to San Diego since 6 years ago.
Wow, great.
That's cool.
Cool. Okay, now move on to Alexis. Are you ready, Alexis?
Give me one quick second.
Okay.
Can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Hi, my name is Alexis, and I'm going to present to you about San Diego foods and local dishes. S'mores French toast is a personal favorite of mine. This breakfast meal is a combination of two American foods, s'mores and French toast. This dish has a graham cracker crust brioche bread topped with toasted marshmallows and chocolate sauce. Originally, it was invented by a local cafe in San Diego, but due to its popularity, it's now available at most breakfast restaurants in San Diego. California pizza, another standout from most of the options, is this pizza. It has a particularly thin crust that's topped with a range of healthy and local produced ingredients across a range of traditional and unexpected toppings. It is not unusual to find pizza served with everything from goat cheese and artichokes to avocado and peanut sauce. Baja-style mijonette with oysters. Like any good city by the sea, oysters are one of the main attractions when it comes to dining in San Diego. When on menus across the city, you'll get a taste of plenty of the top varieties pulled from nearby rivers, with blue points and komodos appearing at virtually every raw bar. To add a California twist to the cast-like mijonette dipping sauce, it is embellished with ingredients used in Mexican dishes such as jalapeno, cilantro, and lime. California's carne asada burrito. Carne asada burritos are a local favorite that must be close to the top of your must-taste list when visiting San Diego. Also known as the California style burrito, this dish features a flour tortilla toasted flour tortilla with thinly cut strips of marinated steak, chunky guacamole, and sour cream. French fries are also known to be put in this dish, especially in San Diego. Clam chowder in sourdough bread ball. Although many states in the U.S. have put their own spin on clam chowder, this California-style soup borrows from the New England version with an extra interesting twist. It's made of fresh clams, potatoes, and onions. Clam chowder is found in San Diego and is frequently served in a sourdough bread bowl, which makes the dining experience even more memorable. Surf and turf. Surf and turf is basically a shorter and more fun way of saying meat and seafood together in a single dish. Although surf and turf can be seen throughout the U.S., it has become remarkably popular among the American coastline during the 1960s. In fact, it was initially regarded as a reasonably cheap way for families to enjoy both steak and seafood at the same time. It is traditionally served in San Diego as a piece of steak with a lobster. And that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Alexis.
Do you guys have any questions?
Okay. If I so the soup bread bowl that you present is San Diego. You read similar than mine is the Disneyland.
Yeah. They're served. Well, it's probably from. Well, Disney takes inspiration from different places in California, so that's probably why.
Yeah, it's
They're in Anaheim.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, spread bowl filled with soup and stuff is very popular, around the country. It's very famous. Okay, so those are our presentations. Now we'll move on to breakout rooms. So just give me a quick second. Okay, and okay.
我是不是离开了你？
Oh, Adriana, did something happen or?
I was explaining to Brian how your backdrop is from The Office, the TV show.
Mm.
And is that Stan, right, in the back?
Yeah, Adriana. Yeah, the stand in the back. Adriana, I noticed that your profile picture is from the Owl House. Do you enjoy that show? Adriana? Do you not know what that character is? The Owl House. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, it's V. Yeah. Okay. Oh well. I wanted Okay, so yeah, well, welcome back from your guys' breakout rooms. Hopefully, you guys had some discussions with each other and got to know some more stuff, or were able to talk about your interest or whatnot. But yeah, it was very nice meeting all you guys and teaching you guys about the cities in California and whatnot. And hopefully we could possibly meet you guys in person one day when we are able to do the study or teach abroad
And
program.
happy birthday, Jimmy, by the way. Somebody put it in the...
Oh, happy birthday, Jimmy.
Happy
Ooh, I
birthday.
love
Jimmy.
it. Okay, so I know. Well,
Well,
for tomorrow, what do I know? What
that's
I
Jimmy
have?
right there.
So for tomorrow, I have class
Yes.
at 7.
Yes, Benjamin.
Is the CIT 180, and what am I going to do with this? Is for tomorrow? Meh.
You
I think
could.
that's PC maintenance, right? CIT 180 PC maintenance.
Yeah, it's PC maintenance.
Is that what? Does he have it with Bright?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, let me see.
But it
CIT
doesn't with Bright.
180. CIT.
I took it with Bright. Bright's a good professor.
Yeah. I saw his reviews and it's good.
I think CIT 180 is the.
You could you could come in first. You could get in, and then before 7, we can fit in two cities, and before 6, 7, I think, and then you guys can be able to get your class. If not, then you don't worry.
Now
I'll
we have
guys.
so we have a makeup time for tomorrow.
Yes, Benjamin.
Oh, and I know which the time. Now we
Okay.
just have we have to do
we can
is cutting the time back from
Yes.
which time?
Benjamin, I think we can discuss this later during different stuff. Yes, class is done. Thank you guys for the spending time with us. So I'll see you guys again. So goodbye, guys.
Yeah,
Nice
bye
to meet
guys.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Oh, bye.